Welcome to the Vonk Digital Mortgage website platform overview. Now, I know your time is valuable, so I'm going to go quick during this video, but just before we get started, I want to talk about what we're going to cover. First and foremost, we're going to do a quick background on the company, Vonk Digital. Then we'll talk about why people choose us for their mortgage website platform. We'll do an overview of what we actually provide. Then we're going to look at some actual live client sites, which I think is very important. Once you can get a feel of how some of our demo sites translate into the real world with your branding and all your information to help you differentiate yourself. And then lastly, we'll cover some FAQs. Don't worry, throughout I'm going to provide a link that even if you get interrupted throughout this demo, you can just go to that link and put in your email, and it will send you a page that has all this info, including pricing, access to demo sites, and a breakdown of what's included. But let's just jump right in and take a look. I'm going to switch my screen over to a screen share. All right, so first and foremost, our Vonk Digital Mortgage website platform is specifically for the mortgage industry. So individual LOs, teams and branches, mortgage brokers, independent mortgage banks. And you're going to see this throughout the presentation today, that all the content, everything's already geared towards basically you. So you won't have to become a copywriter. You don't have to become a web design expert to take advantage of all the mortgage specific tools and content we already have. All right. So like I mentioned earlier, vonkdigital.com/mortgage, more info. That's going to be a place where it's going to have pricing. If you need to look at this video later, it's going to have it there as well. Links to our demo site pages, all the extra information you're going to need to make a decision is here. So just write that down and you can opt in, and we'll send you an email with all that info that you need. All right, so here's our thesis. The modern mortgage originator will be advice and education based, and the new way to achieve massive success will be by branding and differentiating yourself. The best mechanism to brand and create awareness moving forward is online, and the best website platform to do this in the mortgage industry is Vonk Digital. Now, we really believe that a website should be used as a place where someone can go to start developing a relationship with you and your business 24/7. So regardless of where you're at, we have to understand that they're leveraging the internet, regardless of how they become aware with you, to do their own research. We call this the point of research. Now, I learned a term called the transfer of authority, which means people nowadays value the information that they can find out about you on their own, most likely online, more than if you tell them. It's strange. It's just a shift in consumer behavior with how people have integrated the internet into their everyday life, whether that's social, web, search, video, all combined. So the idea is we need to be here to make sure that when people are going to do their research, they're going to be able to find you. All right, so now let's jump in and talk about the top reasons people choose Vonk Digital with all your options you have out there, including building your own or going out and getting someone to build you a hyper custom site. Okay, so first and foremost, there's a huge benefit for us being exclusively for the mortgage industry. We have the tools, the content, industry-specific forms already built out, multiple mortgage calculators, including DSCR, fix and flip, affordability calc, etc. So exclusively for the mortgage industry is a big bonus in getting something that's way more high-end than you necessarily would on your own, specifically for your industry. A little bit about me. I think one of the competitive advantages of our company is my background. I spent most of my career as one of you. I had my own mortgage company. I started as a wholesale AE and then became a mortgage broker, a loan officer, did all the positions within my company. We eventually became a semi-national lender. But the experience, I think it's comforting to know that I've been in your shoes. I understand all these vendors and how everything needs to work together. And half the vendors in the market I've used myself. So I think it's a nice competitive advantage to have somebody that really speaks the language and understands the business. Um, Also, people want to build a brand around themselves and need a website as a foundation. So that's distribution. That's one main reason people come to us to build a site. Another one is they want a professional web presence for when referral partners and prospects look them up. This is a big one. This is kind of, I think, the ground level. It's credibility, knowing people are going to go online to look you up. What are they going to find? You can control that, and we can help you control that. They may be opening up a new brokerage, a branch, or a company and want a content rich, robust, professional website to launch with. So the idea of starting from scratch, but you don't have to appear that way. They may be revisiting their tech stack, website, CRM, point of sale, and trying to figure out what's best for them moving forward, kind of leveling up their tech stack. And again, we really try to coexist with whatever else you're using, including booking calendars, point of sale, CRM. So there's a nice benefit there. They want to send their clients to somewhere to start a call or book a call or start an application. Now, again, if it were me and now we're getting back into the business, I would probably couple our site with what you're already using. One, not to break your sales process. And two, it's just going to be a smoother. There's a lot of nice point of sales out in the market right now. If you don't have one, we do offer a basic 1003 that will generate a MISMO file that you can upload into any LOS. But so that's completely up to you. They want access to lead forms and landing pages and other mortgage specific tools. This is just things to be able to promote that's relevant to their business, which we provide. And maybe they just want a website platform that's more customizable to be able to have more control for branding. This is how we started this company. My past mortgage company, we started with a very templated website. As we gained some traction, we quickly outgrew it, not in the sense of the size of the company, but the ability of what we needed to do to modify and morph within our strategy. So we had to go out and then get someone to build us a custom site, which was really expensive. It took a ton of time, and we basically took on that project manager role, educating the agency on what, all the lingo and what we actually needed. That's how Vonk Digital was born. It's to give you something that you can customize and grow with. You have control to edit all the content that you're not going to outgrow, but it's still easy to get into. Maybe they want something that's easy, fast, high end, but they don't have time or any interest to build it themselves. We get a lot of people that go that DIY route. They'll look at what they end up with and realize that's not going to cut it, especially in today's world, and then come to us to just get it done. So we're helping be DIY converters all the time with our nice turnkey platform. This is a little spoof of us that we did, my business partner and I. That's Vinny, and me pretending to be a DIY guy and him looking confused as, honestly, why waste your time on that? Focus on your real business. Another reason is our reputation. We've been building websites since 2011, just for the mortgage industry. We backed it up with no contracts. We have a saying, love us or leave us. So there really is no risk in trying us out. We recently just got the NAM Service Provider of the Year for the software and technology category. And then I also encourage you to ask around, ask your other vendors, ask your lender partners, ask your peers. I'm confident at this point in the life cycle of Vonk that we have a great reputation in the marketplace. And you can also go online and look at, our reviews on Google as well. So reputation's a big one. That's we're really proud of this as well. All right, again, that's just that link to get more info for after the call. You can opt in to get that. We're going to jump right in. What I want to do is let's jump into the platform now. Look at some live sites. This is a quote from Gary Vee. If you're not putting out relevant content in relevant places, you don't exist. Here's the deal. Everything is done online now. It's just the way of the world. So we just want to be here to help provide you with something that's professional, cost effective, and that helps reinforce you who you are in the real world online, because that's where people are going to research you. All right, so here's a quick overview of what's included. Again, this is a fully hosted, licensed mortgage website platform. So first and foremost, you're going to get the website, obviously, with all the pages and content. Um, there is no contracts. You do have a fully U.S. based support team for onboarding and support. If you do any online, and don't worry about taking notes again. If you opt in for that more info link that I've been showing you, all this is going to be there. I'll put it in email form and send it to you, so you can just focus now and then be able to review back later. But again, if you have online reviews, we're streaming those in for a lot of clients. I'm going to show you that today. Same with social media feeds. We can push content from the blogging platform we provide. So we include weekly blog posts, and I'm going to show you that in a second. We include mortgage calculators. Everything's customizable. Long form lead forms, multi-step lead forms are included. Educational content. Again, we have our own basic. We're not trying to compete with all the point of sale softwares out there on the application. Our platform focuses more on how you presenting you properly from when you're a stranger through when they're starting their application. But if you don't have a point of sale, we do have a basic 1003 that can be uploaded in MISMO format to any LOS. You do have landing pages available. You might want to use those for specific campaigns, like a mailer campaign to send them, or ad campaign. We have a couple layouts already pre-built that can be customized. You can add video anywhere to the site. Again, we provide the hosting and backups. You will get a drag and drop page editor and a whole admin panel where you could manage content, edit anything that's provided, create your own blog posts if you want. You don't have to, but you do have that ability to get in there and be more hands-on, or pass it off to someone on your team. The sites are mobile friendly. They will resize automatically, including the menus for mobile, tablets, desktop. And we like to test those right at launch, just to make sure they're perfect. But everything, just know that you will be optimized for all the different device layouts. We have over 20 loan program pages included, everything from conventional FHA, VA, etc., even to some of the private money, bridge, DSCR, and some of the non-QM programs. So if you do other things, you can add those pages yourself, or we can do hourly work to get any other programs added that you needed at any point. But we do start you off with a ton of information. ADA compliance and some of the NMLS links and all that are included as well. All right, let's just jump right in now and look at some demo sites and some live client sites. Okay, so if you go with one of our standard plans, and we do have plans which we'll go over pricing in a minute for individual loan officers, teams, or branches, and then enterprise plans that go up into the by tier into multi-seat, into the hundreds of seats. But we'll go over that in a minute. For now, if you go with one of our standard plans, you have an option to start with one of a bunch of demo sites we have. So we have ones that are geared more towards branches and companies, one if you want more for personal branding, and then we even have private money sites that again, like I mentioned, we have DSCR and fix and flip calc specifically for this business channel, and then some program content. So we have some layouts you can literally just click on those little images on that site and kind of walk through how these sites look. So that's typically where we start. Now let's go through a demo site and you can see what's included. Now I just want you to understand and look through the lens of, imagine you're going into an open house and you really love the house, but you didn't like the couch in the living room, as an example. You would not buy the house because you didn't like the couch. You can just switch that out. So as you look at these demo sites, keep that in mind. If I've had people, as an example, say, well, we don't live near palm trees, so this site wouldn't work for us. These pictures are meant to, again, be that staged image for the layout. during our demo, we can explain to you, but these images can be swapped out, especially the main one on the homepage. And the coloring, like, don't get discouraged if you don't like this, we'll call it purple. All the sites are built based on the color scheme of your logo. That's typically how we do it. So all these little accents and throughout the site will be your color pattern. So everything's going to be blended and customized for you. So again, this is a demo site. These calls to action can change. These are all things in content that we provide. We do have people, and when I show you some live sites in a minute, you'll see that people are integrating all sorts of things: video, Instagram streams, YouTube, Calendly. We do it for them, but just know that there's a lot of flexibility. So this would be an example of a demo site. Full blogging platforms included as well, with content every week from us and a couple hundred articles to start. So that's included. You do have the ability to add your own content as well, but you don't have to. So let's just go through some of the things that you get. I'm big on education. Learning centers included. I think there's 27 articles for first-time home buyer information, typical questions that they may have. We do have an add-on. It's $100 once for us to install it, of another. If you wanted a VA learning center, I think it's 30 something articles that we can include. We do include 7 mortgage calculators. These can all be turned on or off. So some people don't want certain ones. We can turn them off in the defaults. There's a DTI, affordability calc, purchase, refi, rent versus buy, DSCR, fix and flip. So these are all included with all the plans. So mortgage calculators included, pre-qual forms, lead forms. We call these our journey forms. These are multi-step forms that, again, you can put in. They come pre-built out, but you can have different versions of these to kind of get the gist. And at the end, it asks for contact information. People are integrating these with their CRM as well. We recommend using Zapier for that. But those lead forms are included without a CRM integration. We're going to send them to your admin portal, and as well as you can set up. We do it for you, but if you want text and email notifications anytime someone fills one of those out, that's included as well. All right, so I mentioned you get a ton of loan program content. During onboarding, you would have the ability to deselect any programs you don't do or don't want to offer on your website, but all this content is included. They all come with pages. And again, after it's launched, if you want to go in and put a video of yourself talking about here, or if you want to, personally brand it with your own photos, you can do that. But all the content's already written. Again, it can be modified and edited, but we're trying not to create homework for you to get the site live. This can be a living, breathing document that over time you can go nuts with, but at least just know it's going to be very professional and easy to get up and running. Typically, I tell people to budget about 5 business days from start to finish, assuming that you are timely with the launch checklist, which I'll show you that in a minute too. All right, so like I mentioned, full blogging platform. Every week you'll get an article posted automatically. You don't have to do anything, and we'll start you out with a couple hundred articles. That's just to keep the site and show that the site's active. They're basic mortgage and real estate articles, but they are consistent, and it just shows that you or your company's active. Typical contact page. This can be tied to your Google business profile as well. And let me just show you quickly that basic 1003 that we have. This will actually create a MISMO file that you can upload into any LOS. So if you don't have your own point of sale, this is included. It doesn't cost anything extra. But if you do, if you're using one of the popular point of sale solutions on the market, we can just launch that anywhere it says apply, and we'll go in and make sure that's set up properly. All right, let's look at, it's the same one. A lot of the demo sites, again, you'll have a chance to go through them. They're all public on the website, have different layouts and sections. if you go back to that Stage House section, some new brokerages don't have any reviews. My point is that you would say you were, dead set on having this layout. This doesn't disqualify you. We can just pull sections out during onboarding. It's not a big deal. Let's look at some live client sites. So we have some databases with stock images that helps make the site look more custom. Same with moving backgrounds, or we can use your own. Again, all the calls to action can change. It's your bio. This is a great example. So you see how the logo is blue and yellow. We've integrated there, even in the lead forms, their branding throughout the site. Here's an example of a personal branded site. So she works for a big brokerage. It's her on the site. Easy ways to connect. Again, for a site for an individual, I always try to tell people, you treat it like a digital job interview. They're coming here because they want to learn more information about you. So give it to them, let them meet you online. So you get to, see her, lead forms. There's lead forms we provide with a little bio, more background. Again, easy ways to connect. This is a learning center that we provide. Here's an example of her Instagram feed streamed in automatically. So this isn't like a double post. This is something that as she posts on her social channels, we're automatically pulling that in. So we do that with Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. That's included. So if you have a certain platform that you use, we can stream that in. Same with the booking calendar. And here's an example of an online review stream. Same thing. We're pulling hers in from Facebook and Google. We also accommodate Zillow, Yelp, BBB, but these seem to be the main ones. And again, we're going to make sure we don't manage state compliant licensing. We will add it in. If you work for a larger company, I'll give you an example. Like this client is currently working with Movement. So what they'll do is on the privacy policy, rather than using the one we provide, we're just going to launch Movement. So that way they don't have to worry about doubling up on compliance review, but they did provide this to us. So we're not going to monitor if something, a little word changes in the state you're in. You just have to set, as the business owner or the broker or the company that works for you, would just have to let us know any of those updates. We're happy to make them for you. It's included, but we don't monitor that state specific piece, if that makes sense. All right, here's another personal, branding site. We'll look at some team and company ones in a second. This menu, you would have the ability to change the menu items if you want. It can break down at certain levels and go away if you want as well. For this client, we added in a welcome video. This is streamed in from YouTube automatically. Easy ways to connect again. The thing I like about the personal branding style, here's an example. You can't really come to this site, and even if you just go on the homepage and you watch the video, this is our one of our clients, Amy. She's in the Maryland market. Awesome. You can't really scroll down her website and not get the impression and get a feel for who she is, see that she has happy clients, and know that she's a professional. So again, if you're going to use your site for personal branding, put yourself on there. And again, if you don't have photos, like she didn't launch with this photo originally, we can always do that down the line. Here's an example. This is an integrated booking calendar, some calls to action. If you have anything of value like that you want to use for lead gen, in the form of a download, we can accommodate that as well. Here's an example of a YouTube channel that's fed in automatically. Again, if you're already creating the content, not everybody is going to find her necessarily through YouTube, but through referral partners and her marketing, whether it's at events or email marketing, they are going to get to her website. They are going to find her on Google. So when they get here, why not let them have the opportunity to, at the very least, see that she's extremely engaged in her marketing and content creation? I mean, just seeing this alone to me sends a psychological message that this person's a professional. Never mind if they actually get into the content, which is actually really good. I showed you those multi-step journey forms. Some people opt to have just a more basic one. That's fine as well. We support both. So here's an example of that. I think I already showed you the review feed, but again, some people put it on a different page, but we can pull those in automatically. Let's see what else I can show you. Okay. Oh yeah, this one has kind of cool, has a video state map. We do have state maps that can, if you're on a team or enterprise plan, that can filter down to the LOs that are licensed per state and show their profile. We have location pages. So if you have different locations in your company, we can accommodate that. Here's an example of someone's My Home IQ tool that we've integrated. Optimal Blues rate widget. It's kind of cool. You don't even need an account to have this, but it looks nice and clean on there. All blended in with all the other stuff we're doing on the site for them. Let's see. You can have, we don't provide them, but you can have embedded chat features as well. And then, the team plans you can add, like our team. Well, I'll talk about the team plans in a section, but when I do, I'll explain how they all, the team plans, you can have profile pages with your own links for your LOs. Here's some more reviews. Again, you can add video anywhere, lead forms. This is the link into their mobile app for this company. Again, you're not going to find that on a demo page, but it's been added to the site. So a lot of flexibility there. I just want to kind of blow through some live client sites so you can see what the heck. So you can see different. There we go. What different people are doing. But again, backed with the same turnkey tools and content that can all be modified, but you do get to get your own look and feel. And I think that's important and a huge benefit. So this is a client. That's actually them in the background. So we have stock videos you can use to do that as well. But if you want to go the extra mile and have you in the background, that's an option. As you can see, they have a little welcome video with them, loan process, need forms, etc. I think you get the idea. Lots of flexibility, lots of stuff included. Here's a reverse client. Here's a Here's a hard money client. That has a slightly different intake form in the application. If you're doing private money, this can all be customized as well. These photos, I mean, this would make sense for most people, but it's so on brand for this client that you really can get something that suits your look and feel. This is a reverse mortgage company. So lots of flexibility. Another personal branding site. Yeah. All right. I think what we should do next is quickly look. Last one. Let's jump into how to navigate the site. We'll look at pricing and the plans, and then what the next steps are if you decide to move forward. All right. So here's our active pricing page. Currently, we have 3 separate plans: a Mortgage Pro Team, and Enterprise. The Pro starts at $147 a month. There is a small setup fee for each plan, and then the Enterprise plan, I'll show you that in a second, actually goes up depending on in bulks. But the main difference between these plans is this: these loan officer landing pages. So while an individual company or originator could use the pro plan, that's totally fine. You do get one loan officer landing page with that. Or if you don't want to showcase the loan officers and give them their own page, this would be totally appropriate. Now, the nice thing is it's only a slight jump to the team plan, and you get up to 15 loan officer landing pages included. We'll build them out as you grow. So maybe you have 5 now. We'll build those out at launch. And then there's a form every time you hire somebody. You just submit the form. We'll build that page out. Same thing if someone leaves. We can pull pages down and help you manage that. But you would have essentially prepaid for 15 of those slots to use at your leisure. You can also jump in between plans up or down at any time. If you go up, we just prorate the setup fee. So in this case, be $100 additional, and then the monthly would change. If you go down, the monthly just changes. So that's how that works. Pricing almost works like if you go into it, enterprise pricing has essentially a pricing engine where, the pricing that you see now is for up to 25 loan officer landing pages. You could jump to 35 and it's going to show down here the difference. So slight jump. Again, we can grow incrementally with you. The setup's always prorated, but that's how that works. And again, this has a breakdown of what's included, but we've already covered that. So that's how pricing works. If you decide you're going to move forward, there's a couple things let me just show you the process really quick. And then of course there's ways right from the site. If you want to book a Q&A or a demo call directly with me, you can jump online and book that yourself and then ask any specific questions and we could go over any specifics. But if you decide to move forward, here's the process. Again, budget about 5 business days. It's sign up from that pricing page. So sign up just like you're buying anything else online. As soon as you do, there's a 1-page web checklist that we need you to fill out called our launch checklist. That's how you give us the information that we need to build the site. Once we have this checklist, it's going to take us a couple business days to actually build out the draft of the site for you. We send it to you for review. This is when you'll have a chance to review it with the onboarding team and make sure you're happy with it prior to launch. Once you're ready to go live, we'll send you instructions on what you need to do to connect the domain to your new site. It's just a setting you update in the domain side. We'll show you what to do and where to do it. That takes the site live. And then once the site goes live, you do get admin credentials. So you'll be able to log into the back end and edit pages, create blog content, pull down lead forms or leads, edit any defaults in the calculator. So you do have a lot of control, as I mentioned. So that's in a nutshell it. It's pretty straightforward. Again, there's no contracts. This is all we do. So the onboarding process will be very smooth if you decide you're going to move forward. So really the next steps are go back to the website and check out the plans. You can schedule a call. We do a Zoom call where we can cover any specific questions. Or if you're feeling ready to go, you can just sign up literally right from that pricing page. If you want me to send you or us to send you, it's an automatic send, a page and an email with the next steps and a breakdown of what's included and what isn't. And then my contact information, you can just go to vonkdigital.com/more info. It's a very simple page. It's just going to ask you for your email and first name. That's going to trigger us to send you all the different additional information, as well as this same video, links to pricing, the layouts, and next steps in the email as well. So thank you for coming along with me on this demo. Please let us know if you have any questions, whether you use us or not. Best of luck. We hope to speak with you soon. Thank you.